you're lucky. I really wish, I'm telling you this all honesty, obviously it's 2 in the morning here, and I was just talking to my business partner Alex when we launched it. I said, I gotta record a video, because if I could just go back in time and have access to this one thing, seriously, this one website, Knowledge Society, because I spent millions of dollars on consultants, mentors, traveling to them, trial and error. I remember making, about 7 years after I launched a business, I remember in 1 year making an $8 million mistake. If I'd done one small thing different with my Facebook ads and my YouTube ads and my Google ads, actually this was before YouTube ads, I would have made an extra $8 million. I remember thinking, why didn't somebody tell me? And then I realized why. I wasn't surrounding myself with mentors, that 33% above me, you know, and it was expensive back then. I had to hand collect, you know, I had to by hand find out who they were, fly to them, talk to them, say, I'll pay you. I mean, I have, even to this day, mentors that are on retainer that I talk to. I was just talking to one of them today. And man, it's made all the difference in my life. If I've done one thing right, it's download what the smartest people, what the sharpest people, what the most experienced people think into my brain, so that I can speed up the learning curve and I can get results faster. Listen to me, I have been a learning machine since I was a teenager, and still it's not enough. Still it's not enough. I've been reading books, I've been interested in, and I've been searching out mentors, and still I'm about to give you something and tell you why it's better to be alive today than it's ever been in history. So when I first started out, I wanted to launch my own business. I didn't want to work for somebody else. How did I get my business skills? Well, my first business, I had profit of $12,000. I was 19 years old. I took the $12,000, I traveled around the world. I went to basically every continent. I went to Tasmania. I went to, which is part of Australia. I went to South America. I went to Western Europe. I went to North America. I went basically all the known places. I went to Asia. I spent all my money. I read every book. I've read thousands of books, and still it wasn't enough. It took me too long to learn the things that I now know I needed. I didn't go to college because that would have taken 4 years, and I couldn't honestly afford it. I'm gonna give you something right now. I'm gonna tell you something. What needs to happen? One of the greatest business teachers of all time, who knew more about making money than basically any guru, any New York Times best-selling author. His name's Peter Drucker. He's dead now. He said, this is what's gonna happen, and this is why you should be happy to be alive right now and why you should be watching this video. He said, in the past, we lived in an information age where there was books and you would go to the library. Google came around and information was collected. But he said, one day there will be a knowledge society. And that is where all that information, instead of just being book smarts, will be in people's brain, will be downloaded into their brain in such a way that they can use them. Imagine if you could take the collective knowledge, pick a subject, let's say you want to launch a business, the collective knowledge of 1,000 top entrepreneurs who have each made $100 million launching their business, and they could tell you everything they did wrong and how to avoid it, and everything they did right. They could tell you how it took them, the average millionaire takes 12 to 20 years to build their business. They could tell you how they could have done it in 2 years or 4 years or 1 year. What would that be worth to you? See, that's what business school and college was supposed to do for people. But really, college and business school has become the information age that Peter Drucker said is outdated. Just information. You sit in a lecture hall while a professor reads out of a textbook and tells you about how to build a business. Forget that. You want to be part of the Knowledge Society. That's why me and my business partner, Alex, we built a company that we now call Knowledge Society, which for the price of Netflix prices, $7 a month, gives you access to the sharpest people in the world around different subjects. So on your way to work, on the treadmill, while you're cooking, while you're at the gym, you could put your headset on and listen for 5-10 minutes and download genius ideas around specific topics so that you don't just have information, but you can start implementing them, building a business, using that to create multiple streams of income. I wish this link that I'm giving you existed when I was 19 years old. It would have taken me 10 years less time than it actually did. I would have saved a decade And I would have saved millions of dollars in mistakes that I made. The way to speed things up, if you're stuck in life, the way to speed them up is learn from people who are already stuck and now aren't stuck anymore. I did a TEDx talk. It's called the Law of 33%. You need to spend 33% of your time with people below you, 33% of your time with people above you, and 33% of time with people on your level. But that 33% of people of your time should be with people who are way ahead of you or 20 years ahead of you. Click this link, get in Knowledge Society. You're going to instantly have access to the sharpest people. We fly them in, and these are people who actually did it. These are people who have made $100 million. And they're going to just share their top 10 secrets, top 10 things. They're going to speak to you as if you are them, if they had a time machine advising themselves. Listen to me, don't do this, do this, talk to this person, raise capital this way, do your marketing this way. So, and the best news is $1 to try Knowledge Society, $1. Then if you decide to stay, it's $7 a month. Cancel anytime, 100% refund back. If you don't think this advice and the tips and the certifications, we've designed it as a set of certifications. So click the link, you'll see all the details. We have either below or here in the corners. Start getting these mini certifications. Mini certifications in Facebook marketing, mini certifications in raising capital, mini certifications in Kickstarter, mini certifications in sales and closing deals, mini certifications in real estate investing, mini certifications. We have 3-day ones and we have longer extended ones. Start filling it up. These aren't college degrees. They don't cost $20,000 a year. You don't have to go into debt for these. If you have $7, if you have a Netflix account, I know you can afford this. Don't just spend all your money on entertainment. Spend it on education. Like Jim Rhodes said. He said, a formal education can make you a living, but self-education can make you a fortune. We're going to accelerate your self-education by giving you access through your phone, through your laptop. You're going to get access to a private, password-protected website, the Knowledge Society website. You log in. You can start browsing through the different certification. Pick the ones that appeal to you. You're going to be on a long, hard, nasty path if you try to learn everything yourself. It's like Warren Buffett said, the billionaire. He said, we only learn through mistakes, but there's no rule they have to be our own. Let other people make the mistakes and then learn from them. Download their mistake information so you don't have to go through the pain, so you don't have to go through bankruptcy. You know? Learn how to build your credit. We have a certification in building your credit. Click this link. Mark today's date down. It's 2 a.m. Mark the day you watch this down. I'm telling you, if you use this tool we're giving you, this website, this membership to Knowledge Society, you will mark it down as one of the most important days of your life. People always mark down, the day I got married, and the day that I, got my first job, and the day that I graduated from college. Forget that. Those are great. Remember that, but they will pale in comparison to something that set you on a course. Let's say your success course was just kind of going like this. You want to get what you want out of life fast. Life is short. Like Plato and Aristotle said, the great philosophers. Art is long, but life is short. Meaning the art of how to live is long. And you may be reading books and you may be going to conferences and you may be surrounding yourself with mentors, but let us connect them through the internet, through technology, right into your brain, audio and video style. Today, I spent about an hour talking to a guy who's a peer, but he's done over $100 million in drop shipping and e-commerce. I had a question, I called him up. It's a secret weapon I have. He doesn't share that with everybody, but I've gotten him. I said, hey, come teach in my Knowledge Society. I'm using every string, every connection that I have and bringing people to come teach into Knowledge Society. So click the link. Go to whatever the description, the URL, find Knowledge Society. It's $1. I told Alex, let's not be greedy with this thing. Let's just let anybody who has $1. I didn't want to do it for free. I was like, what's the next? I want people to pay a little bit so they actually pay attention. So I said $1. You get a trial for $1, and then if you stay on, it's $7 a month. Cancel anytime, no contracts, no college debt, no 4 years, no having to commute to a classroom. We bring it to you. Mark today's date down, okay? Become part of the Knowledge Society. It's the revolution in learning education. It's the way life should be. Click here, I'll see you inside.